In this video, I'm going to tell you why LinkedIn is so important for your AI automation agency, and I'm going to tell you what my strategy is and how you guys could implement LinkedIn to your outreach. If you guys are new to this YouTube channel and you don't know who I am, you're probably wondering, why should I listen to you? So my name is Brock Mesarich. I'm a 22-year-old entrepreneur. I've been in entrepreneurship for about the last 5 years. I've been self-employed the last 3 years, and I recently just got into AI automations, and I just started my agency about a month and a half ago, and I wanted to create this YouTube channel documenting the process from the very beginning, from the time that I start to getting my first client to eventually scaling to $10,000 a month profit and more. And I want to take you guys along the way. So if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, and I want to grow our agencies together. So to get right into it, I want to explain what my background with LinkedIn is and why I think it's so valuable to our AI automation agencies. So prior to my AI automation agency, I actually had a virtual assistant agency, which was pretty similar to the AI automation agency model. Basically, we helped businesses outsource to virtual assistants in the Philippines, in India, and different countries. And basically the goal was the same thing, to help automate business workflows and tasks within a business to help free up more time and save these businesses money. And so my whole entire client acquisition channel for that business was actually LinkedIn. So I want to talk about how that worked for me and how I'm going to implement this with my AI automation agency. So now I'm going to show you exactly how I'm finding my leads on LinkedIn, how I scrape the data into a Google Sheet, and then I'm going to show you how I'm actually going to approach these leads on LinkedIn. So first of all, let's get into why am I using LinkedIn for my AI automation agency outreach. And the reason for that is because LinkedIn is the perfect place to reach decision makers. And I experienced this with my VA agency. When you're doing outreach, you really want to connect with the decision makers. If you're reaching out to somebody and you're running into the assistant of this CEO, they're not the decision maker. So they're not the one that's going to be interested in the services that you provide. And LinkedIn is really amazing because you could get really narrow with your leads and get very specific. So you can see this slide here. That's what I said. And I very much experienced this in my VA agency. Like I said, you could narrow down exactly who you're targeting. You could narrow down, you could basically say, I want to find CEOs of digital marketing agencies that do over $5 million and have more than 10 employees. You could get extremely specific with it. You could even get location specific. It's just a really amazing way to find qualified leads and people that are likely to actually be using your services. So another reason why I'm actually using LinkedIn is because LinkedIn users are looking for opportunities. It's not like these other platforms like using Facebook or Instagram or something where you're reaching out to these people and it has no relevance to them or what their goals are. For LinkedIn, LinkedIn is a platform for networking and for opportunities. And so people are more open to these opportunities. And so that's another reason why I'm going to be using LinkedIn. So I'm going to take you guys through my LinkedIn account and I'm going to show you how you guys could optimize your account to become more professional. So that way when leads see your profile, they're more interested to actually book calls and speak with you. Because if you have a terrible profile and you don't look professional, nobody's going to want to speak to you. So yeah, let's look at mine. So right here, you can see the header, growing our AI automation agencies together. This is just really important. You want to do something that is kind of goes together with your brand. So maybe throw up your logo with a little trademark saying there, you know, automating business workflows with AI or turning your leads into paying customers with AI. However you want to structure that, but make it pretty branded to your brand. I have this here because this is my YouTube banner and just I want to brand it like that. So you can also see I have a professional shot here of my face. You don't want to have a picture of you and your friends drinking. You want to show, okay, I'm a professional. I am taking this serious. Right here inside my bio, mine says turning leads into clients with AI automations, simply because the product that I'm looking to offer is AI lead nurture and appointment booking systems and chatbots. So that just immediately shows what my value proposition is to my clients. It's really important to be kind of clear and say, we automate business sales processes with AI or whatever it is. It's going to be your own wording there. Don't just copy mine. Another important thing is you want to come down and you want to add your experiences. So for mine, I have a few experiences. I have an AI automation agency content creator. You could see I have the links to my YouTube channels here. But yeah, you could see that it shows that I'm an AI automation content creator. So it kind of boosts my credibility in a way. It shows links to my videos in case they're interested to kind of see the videos and what I make and what I create. As well as, this is really important, it says Chief Executive Officer, CEO of AI Accelerator. So this is something you're going to want to do, you're going to want to create a company on LinkedIn that you can then show that you are an owner, founder, co-founder, CEO, whatever you want to call it, of that company. So people could see on your profile that you are actually reputable and you own this company. That's really important. But let's get into the content that we should be creating as well as our about in our biography. So you can see here, I write this paragraph just kind of explaining what it is I offer and why people should be listening to me. And I just say, I use innovative AI automation systems to automate business sales process, significantly save time, and add more value to their leads. So I don't need to get into all of that, but you can come up with something. You could even use ChatGPT to help optimize it. But let's dive into the content, because the content is something that's really important. So you could see right here, this is just a video promoting my YouTube, because my YouTube helps build credibility with my potential leads in my pipeline. They see I make content on this stuff, then they know that I obviously know what it is I'm talking about and I could actually help them with AI. So yeah, there's that post there. As well as in this one, I created a completely automated AI lead nurture system for a client in Go High Level. So this is just me walking over an example of how I actually created an appointment booking system for a client of mine. And so when people see this, they say, okay, he's already working with clients. And I could read you through some of this here. Basically, this is for a client who runs a high ticket sports card coaching program, 10K program. He pays thousands of dollars per day on Facebook leads to get people to sign up for their webinar. Currently, he pays VAs 16 hours per day to respond to these leads around the clock in order to warm them up and increase their chances of joining the webinar. We are at a time where we can completely automate appointment booking and lead nurture. So you could see it's just talking about the value that I'm providing to this client. And I'm actually showing a screen recording of me interacting with this thing and what the back end looks like for a client. So this is an example of some content you could make, just showing what it is you're creating for your clients, even giving them glimpses of how you create it. Because I know you may think you showing how you create it decreases the need for them to use their services, but it kind of shows upfront value and shows that you know what you're doing and they're only going to have more questions. This is another one, basically just a big paragraph just explaining this thing I'm building out for a client and showing the capability of what some of these chatbots could do. And yeah, you can see there's comments on here. Always reply to your comments to boost engagement. But yeah, this is kind of just an overview of what my LinkedIn currently looks like. Okay, so now we're actually going to scrape these leads on LinkedIn Sales Navigator to a Google spreadsheet. So we have a full leads list that we could go down and actually start sending messages to. And so let's dive into exactly how we're going to do this. We're going to use an AI Google Chrome extension called Bardeen.ai. I'll leave a link to it in the description, but it's an amazing scraper tool. So I'm going to actually create this automation for you live. Mind you, once you create this automation, you don't need to keep doing this. Just do it once, it's set up, and then boom, you just have to click the button and it scrapes this information for you. So first of all, let's go to here, actions and triggers. Let's say scrape data on active tab, create new scraper template with URL. Let's click focus tab, Sales Navigator. So it shows us exactly inside the Sales Navigator. Click on list or table. Let's name this something. Let's name it test, AAA, and start building. So first of all, we want to locate the list. So let's click on the different names. So we click Michael, we click Dale. Come here, click Page Nation. That means you have to click the next button so it takes you to the next page so it could scrape multiple lists in a row since there's multiple pages. So now we could actually go ahead and start inputting this data. So right here, let's call this name. So all this will be transferred to the Google Sheet. Let's click the link of the name. This is link. So that way we could click that link, get sent directly to their profile and send a connection request. Let's click the title. So this is their job title. You could see CEO, founder, CEO and founder, all that sort of stuff. Let's click this. That's our company name. So we will call this company. And then let's do also the location. I think that's important too. There we are. And now click Save Template. So that is now all set up. We come here, click, you could type in, I just follow what I'm doing, 25, click 5. And then yeah, there's that. The scraper is all set up now. Now we need to connect the automation that sends this data to a Google spreadsheet. So click New Action, come down to Google Sheet, add rows to Google Sheet, and this will link directly with your Google Sheets account. I already created a leads list here, so AAA leads is where it's going to save. Let's go to use commands and then scrape data on active tab. That is all done. And so now this is all set up, guys. So let's come here, AAA LinkedIn. And then now let's test this thing out. So we're going to come here to our LinkedIn Sales Navigator where we have these leads set up. They're targeted leads. They're exactly what we want. Come here, click the tool. And then now it's going to scrape all this data in the background. This might take a minute. You could see in the background here, it's actually scraping this information and it just saved to our spreadsheet. So let's take a look at this and boom. All this information is saved. Now we have a full leads list of our qualified leads. They're the leads we targeted. And now we can come here and we can see Chris, LinkedIn link shows their founder, where they're from. And we could come and click on this link here. And this is actually where we will send the connection request, and you could just hammer away at these leads lists that you create for yourself, and boom, now you send a connection request. And yeah, it's that simple. So guys, we have actually gone over how to optimize our LinkedIn account to attract leads, how to actually find leads, how to scrape leads, and now we're actually going to show you how I'm going to reach out to these leads and what my method is going to be in order to connect with these potential leads in my pipeline. So guys, now that I have this leads list built out, now we just have to go in and establish these connections with the leads. So I'm going to show you what my method is going to be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and basically click on these links, and I'm going to just establish the connection, say, hey, I'd love to connect with you, and basically get them in the door as a connection. So I'm going to say, Stefanos, I'd love to have you in my network. So we're going to keep it simple like that because we just want to establish this connection. Once the connection is actually formed, then we could go in and write it personalized and say, hey, I love what you're doing at company, and here's what I do. And basically we could send our pitch over. But yeah, we're going to come here, personalize this, first name, boom. And so we're just going to do that, blast out a bunch of these, basically establish these connections. And then, like I said, we will get into the actual kind of offer. So guys, now for the final step here, we're going to want to kind of actually pitch our leads that we have now. We've gone over all of the things we need to go over. We went over how to find leads on LinkedIn with a Sales Navigator. We found out how to scrape those leads on Sales Navigator. We now found out how to send those connection requests. And now we have to go ahead and send our pitch and basically try to get these leads to book an appointment with us, or at least boost some sort of interest with us. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to show you kind of what my strategy is going to be for this. So what I did is I copy and pasted this script here. If you want this script, maybe I could send it to you. Maybe just comment below and I could send it to you. It's personalized for me and my agency. What I offer, sales process automation and appointment booking. But if you want something similar, or you want me to send it over so you could edit it, feel free to message me and I could do that. So here I'm going to personalize it. So, hey, Dean, I want to reach out because I stumbled on your profile and I think what I have to offer can be right up the alley of what you do for your clients to help enhance your offer. To put it simply, I help businesses automate their sales process by integrating AI appointment booking systems. I created an AI appointment booking chatbot for my client who is paying VAs 16 hours per day to respond to inbound leads, and it is integrated directly with the CRM. I'd love to chat to see if there's any possibility that I could bring value to. You could see I had this branded for the other lady, Dino's Digital Marketing. So I could just say, bring value to Dino's Digital Marketing. Boom. And so now I sent that out, and you can go ahead and do this to all of the connections that you have built. And yeah, this is just something I'm testing out. I don't know if this script will work necessarily. It's something I'm just going to test the waters with. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to do. So there are a few really important things to know when you're doing LinkedIn outreach. So let's dive right into them. So the first thing is that LinkedIn only permits about 250 connection requests per week. So if you hit that limit, they will actually restrict you and they'll say, hey, you've hit your connection request limit for the week. Every Monday at, I believe, midnight it actually resets. So then you could start sending again. Be really wary, especially as you're starting off. Don't max out your connection requests every week because a new account that might get your account flagged. So number two is there are LinkedIn automation tools, but however, LinkedIn can ban you if they think you are using one of those tools. There's things called Dripify. It's basically like Instantly.ai, which is for emails, but it's for LinkedIn, where it automatically sends a connection request. Once that connection request is approved, then you could actually go ahead and have a campaign that's sent out automatically, totally automating this for you. But I have heard of a lot of people getting banned from LinkedIn because they have algorithms that detect if you're using an automation tool. So be really wary of that, especially as you're starting out. 3, if you send too many connection requests or messages, LinkedIn will restrict your account either temporarily or permanently. But I've had this happen multiple times where sent too many messages, I got flagged, I was completely restricted from my account, didn't have any access, and that has happened to me for an entire month where I had no access to my account. They basically said it was permanently banned, but I somehow got access back finally. But that's happened to me about 3 times. I've had it happen temporarily 3 times, and 3 strikes and you're out. You got to be really, really cautious. So now with my account, I really need to watch how many messages I send because I'm afraid to get banned. It's not worth it. So really be wary and watch how many messages you actually send. So guys, I really hope you got some value from that LinkedIn strategy I'm going to be using. If you guys really take this to heart and use this, I really think it could book you a lot of appointments, especially when you pair it with a great lead magnet. And the next video I'm going to make is actually going to be crafting my lead magnet with Alex Hormozi's $100 million leads book that just launched, and just finding a lead magnet that pairs perfectly with the offer. And so it really kind of amplifies our outreach methods. Before we go, if you guys haven't already, join my Discord. We have over 1,100 people in there, always networking, coming up with some great ideas. It's a great place to be if you're in the AI automation agency space. Also, fill out the form to get my free resources. I've created just kind of a free course for you guys with all the things that you need to start your AI automation agency from the very beginning. I wish I would have had something like that when I started my agency, so I provided it to you guys for free. So that way you guys could use it as a resource, and hopefully it helps you guys in the process. Aside from that, that is all from me, and I will see you guys in the next video where we actually craft our lead magnet with Alex Hormozi's $100 million leads. If you enjoyed this video, just like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I really appreciate you guys.